All right, so I got this thing going on, and I would appreciate if you watching this or you're going to interact and see how this story goes. You keep it from TJ Dillashaw. Don't, send this to Dillashaw, okay? Because TJ did something the other day on Instagram, okay? And he said, now watch this. I got to turn this on. All right, clear that out. He said on Instagram that now it's not going to work. He said on Instagram that he went and got a workout. TJ Dillashaw did this thing on Instagram, and he said he got a workout. And TJ's very scientific, like these guys that go on to be Hall of Famers do. And so with his workout, he was operating in zone 2. If that doesn't ring a bell or you're thinking, what is zone 2? Fine. So he's going to operate in zone, it's a heart rate issue. So he's going to operate in zone 2, meaning it's not the world's hardest workout, but he's working out and it's not the world's easiest workout. Okay, great. So, can you guys see that treadmill? Can you see that treadmill? See that going around? See that going around? Look at that. You see the writing on there? You see that going around? So, TJ says that he did this workout. Now, my buddy goes to TJ. This is on Instagram, and so he can tag and he can talk right to TJ should TJ choose to read these comments and respond. And my buddy just says, "How far did you run?" Now, TJ writes him back, and TJ tells him 3 miles. That seems a little far to me. That seems a little bit far, right? Like, TJ's one of these guys, he's one of these crazy guys that's always gonna look beautiful. Like, there'll never be a day you see TJ Dillashaw and he doesn't look like a pro athlete. He's one of these guys. He'll be 60 years old and you'll use, TJ really just did a marathon. He's one of these. But 3 miles is a lot to run. 3 miles for anybody that doesn't have to run 3 miles, right? It's not as though the fires are about to catch him and he's got to flee. It's not like he doesn't have a car or 4. It's not like all of a sudden Starlink cuts out and he can't get the Uber app. He's choosing to run and he goes for 3 miles. That seems far to me. So, by the time I hear this story, my buddy has come over, and he's telling me, he's like, "Hey, Dillashaw ran, and he ran 3 miles." And the guy said, he said, "No, this is just a guess. But if you'll go to TJ, meaning me, if you go to TJ and you could get the real answer, if he actually did 3 miles, my guy makes a deal with me. He goes, I'll run 6. I'll double it just because that's how sure I am that he did not do 3. Okay. And you know people who, when they make a deal, like people like this, you probably hope that you're one. But then you'll actually do it. Like, if you make a deal and go, I'm not going to eat for 2 days, like, what a hard thing to do. But then there are some other guys that if they say it, they will do it. Okay, well, I got one of those buddies. So he says if he actually ran 3, I'll run double. My friend's not a runner, okay? My friend's my size. He's 230 pounds. Like, 6 miles, that's a big ask to do for no reason other than you got a message from TJ Dillashaw. Okay, so I go to TJ and I tell him the very story that I just told you guys. I'm like, I need to know how far you ran. Now, can you see this treadmill? Do you see? Is that in the shot? Can you see how fast that's going around? Now, that's not the world's fastest. That's on what we call 6, okay? That's on a 6. But do you see how fast that is? All right, here we go. All right. See, I already hate it. Now, for TJ Dillashaw, okay, you know what? I'm wearing boots. For TJ Dillashaw to have gone out and done that, for 6 would mean a 10-minute mile pace. Now, okay. Here's what I think. TJ Dillashaw goes out for a run, okay? And everything's going great. And to run 3 miles would not be an unusual thing for TJ to do. But you start running a little bit. You're making an Instagram post. You start running a little bit. The shoulder starts to hurt. You get about a mile in. You kind of feel it in your shoulder. You got a sweat going. Your t-shirt. You got to work out. You got your heart rate up. You'd stop. He says he did all 3 miles. What do you think? Did Dillashaw, on what would be equivalent to a 6, that's an equivalency. I believe he ran outside, so you could have hills, but you can have, stop at a crossroad, jump over this guy's dog. It would be an equivalency of this treadmill right there. For 30 minutes. What do you think? Did he do it?